It's been about 3 minutes and it's still going. I just wanted to touch base again with that. 3 minutes and it's still obnoxiously loud at 3,000 RPMs. Well, I guess we're back. It's been a brief hiatus. Winter was long, dreadful. Spring's slowly creeping away. Over the time, the Lumina's just been kind of relaxing in the garage here. So, got parked in October, and here we are in mid-April here. Tire's a little flat. I left the battery connected on, so the battery died, which was a new battery. So we're gonna toss that battery in here. Last year, at the end of the year, when I would go to start the car up, it would rev it around 3,000 RPMs for about 5 minutes and then settle down. So I think we're gonna swap out the IAC valve here as well. And I gotta fix that little dash pad there. You can see it's kind of lifting in some spots there. And here's a weird thing. I went to go maybe do some speaker upgrades and the whole front speaker is missing from the dash for both sides and they're completely disconnected. So that was a previous owner thing, which I had no idea about, but we will address that at some point as well. Do some slight other upgrades to the car. The car did come with some little 10-inch subwoofers. Got some MTX subs here from Amazon that were on sale as well. And what else we got? Some 6x9 speakers for the back here as well. We're gonna toss those in at some point. We'll just quickly have a look here. And this car is not going to be a sound car by any means. Just a little more thump, if anything, because I don't want to blow the alternator. I don't have to deal with replacing it there. So we got two of these little bad boys, 300 watt peak power out of them. Once again, this is a small application compared to what I normally have in the other vehicles there. 2,000, 3,000 RMS subs and amps. So what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and put this battery in here. In order to do the battery, you need to remove the washer fluid reservoir, this brace here as well, take part of some of the air filter. That's where the battery sits in there. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna toss the battery back in there. Then I'm going to start the car up. Hopefully it starts. As I said, it's been sitting for quite some time now. And then we're gonna see where it revs at. It is quite possible the IAC could just be dirty. However, I do have a replacement one. I figure something's gonna fail anyways, so I might as well just replace it. Unfortunately this year, this thing was supposed to get wrapped in kind of a NASCAR wrap, but that's not happening either. Everywhere here, it's all really, the car looks great from far from great when you get up to it. So I'm gonna try to buff a lot of this paint out as well here. A lot of the factory fading, you know, GM paint was pretty terrible back in the day as well there. So, you know, try to wash it, clean it up a bit, buff it up. Some stuff I'll be able to get out, but stuff like cracks and all here is not gonna be able to get anything done with, but got some touch-up paint. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. But first things first, let's get a battery in it. We're gonna start it up. We're gonna see how it revs, where it's at. It'll probably be terrible. Then we'll swap out the IAC valve and then start it again. I don't know if that is my issue with the initial revving at that 3,000 RPMs, but hopefully it corrects that issue that we have. And I just got this as an early birthday gift from my best buddy, Dave. This is a compilation of stuff that are really close to my heart here. My vehicles that are on here, along with a lot of personality touches as well, in terms of music, masonry, the GOAT, Dave Chappelle as well. And it's just a beautiful art piece. I just want to kind of point out as well, it's going to be going on my wall over there. So we're going to rearrange some stuff over there at some point and put that in there. But I just wanted to point it out because I'm so ecstatic about this and I love this. I love it. But I'm going to pop the battery in here, then we'll start it up and we'll see what happens. While this is not a how-to video by any means, I will just kind of maybe give you some tips if you are changing a battery in your Lumina with this 3.4 anyways. So the batteries are obviously out. I'll kind of show you what to do to put it back in. So I got the battery sitting back in the tray here. There's a 13mm hold down bolt that's down there as well. So we're gonna tighten that down. We're gonna put these terminals on here as well, connect them with the hardware that we have there. Resecure this little fuse holder as well, put the wash fluid reservoir back on there, connect everything back, and then we'll start it up here. Battery hold down is in. I use 14 mil for my particular application for these bolts as well for the terminals. Air filter's back on. Make sure to plug in all your sensors and everything like that, because that's gonna cause issues if you don't have everything plugged in the way it should be for it to run correctly there. And we're gonna secure this here, get the wash fluid reservoir on. And this is really like, it's a 5-minute job here, just as a heads up for you. So we got the battery back in here. Make sure connect your wash fluid pump sensor there as well. And don't forget about your hose for the actual wash fluid as well there. Little tower braces back on here. 13 millimeter, tighten those down there. So now we're gonna just put the tripod here, start it up and see how it sounds. I assume it's going to be horrendously loud at 3,000 RPMs. I'll just shut it off, not going to let it run, and then we're going to go to change at IAC. Shouldn't be too hard at all right there. I should probably open the garage so I don't die in here. So we'll do that, start it up, and let's see how she sounds. It's the first start of the year. Ooh, see, that's loud. That is too much and that is excessive. So, I don't like the sounds of that. So let's go ahead and change that IAC. Let's get her done. All right, to change the IAC, we're gonna need few things here. So I guess first thing we'll do is, that came off incredibly easy. I'm sure all these vacuum hoses are pooch at some point. Oh, yep, came out the other side too. That's perfect there. That's what we wanted. So we're going to reconnect that after. Looks like we got a little sensor here that we're going to carefully pull that there and push that down. That is unplugged now there. And I've got to figure out what size that's going to be for that. I believe it's some kind of Torx or something there. I got a 15 in my hand here. I don't know if that's going to be... No, that's going to be a 20 there. Let's find that. All right, so we got our T20 here. Hopefully you can be able to do this in one hand. I don't know if we could... Let's get it in there. Is that coming out there? Yeah, that's coming out there. All in real time here. Get this in here. Son of a... Yeah, let's get some new fingers going there. Oh, for God's sakes, I'm gonna have to reconfigure something here to get this in there, or use two hands. I don't know. Okay, pause. I needed a second hand to get in there, so we got it in there. Loosen her up there a bit. I think my chain's hitting this mic as well that I'm wearing. That's perfect. I'm sure the audio's gonna pick that up. That's out enough there. It's loose enough? No, not yet. Please, by all means, feel free to fast forward through all this. Because I think I'm going to put this camera down and use my damn hand here. It's probably going to make the most sense there. Yeah, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, let's do that. All right, this should make things a little easier here. Don't drop or lose these bolts. Probably going to have problems if you do after. As I say that. And probably going to drop one here soon enough. Why wouldn't I? Now, I don't even know if this is the exact problem as to the reason why it's revving so high. However, doing some stuff online there, it seems like it could have a factor in there. So, take that out there. Now, a lot of times, a lot of guys, you just kind of clean these up. I'm just going to change it out. Just a comparison between both of them. Looking at the factory one here, there's more spring tension there maybe, or just a different design of the spring or whatever. Obviously, there's no play in them. Anyway, so we're going to switch it out, put the new one in. We'll see. I'm going to put this back in. Be aware there is an O-ring that's in here as well. Also, make sure you're going to orientate sensor the same way it came out as well. So this is positioned downwards for your sensor to plug in up there. I don't know if that's on camera, what I was just trying to do there. Once again, monkey behind the lens here. Not a YouTuber, just some dude trying to help other people out there that may be able to use some assistance with their vehicles. I'll tell you what. It's all tightened down here. Oh, fuck me. His neighbors all over the place here. Distractions for days. It's also an idea to probably make sure there's not a lot of debris or anything that's in here as well. Just give it a little cleaning if you see anything. I didn't. There's a lot of things I should be doing here. I should be going over all the vacuum hoses and everything like that, but I haven't done any of that stuff. We're just going to let them fail, leave them at the side of the road rather than being preventative and getting the stuff done. I mean, it honestly sounds like it's a vacuum. There could be a vacuum leak as well. I don't know. Oh, it's right here. Is everything still in focus here? I sure hope so. And just snug, you know, I'm gonna crank these down or anything like that. Pretty good there. Let's go and plug this sensor back in here. Come on. Make sure you see it all the way. Hear that click when it pops up there. Guess we should figure out where this piece went here. This one was vacuum hoses in here. Put this down here. Hopefully we're all good there. And let's go ahead and fire it up again here. See how it sounds. Hopefully it's not as ridiculous. Well, unfortunately, that is not the issue. So that kind of sucks. But one thing changed now. We'll have to go through the rest of the car, see what's causing this, check out the forums, see what they say online, and we'll go from there. But it starts up at 3,000 here, then it tones down. When it goes down, it's totally fine. Oh my God, it's so obnoxious. So obnoxious. Thing's still looking good in there. Oh, it's going higher. There's $3 grand there. Well, stay tuned as the quest continues. Dive a little deeper, see what's going on here. As usual, thanks for checking out the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Zippity-doo-dah. It's been about 3 minutes, and it's still going. I just wanted to touch base again with that. 3 minutes, and it's still obnoxiously loud at 3,000 RPMs. If you guys have any idea what this could be in my Lumina community, please drop me a comment. It'll help me out with some troubleshooting. Appreciate it.